Coming up on the Sports Desk, Pioneer League play has officially begun on the gridiron. I'll get you the highlights from North Bishop, West, and Southwest Torrance. Plus, Saxons and Tatas duked it out on the volleyball court for the first time this year. Both schools rocking pink, all for a good cause. We'll tell you more. Get pumped for highlights from the tennis court, the pitch, and of course, a whole lot of boom sauce. All of this and plenty more is coming up right now. What is up, everybody? Welcome to a brand new week here on the Sports Desk. I'm your host, Collin Kushner. You know the drill. Hit me up on Twitter all year long with pics and video. I'll get you right here on the show. Before we get started, I have something important to say. Bear with me. Hockey is back. Woo-wee! That's my happy dance. So now that I got that off my chest, let's chat about some prep football. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Yeah, Pioneer League play has officially begun on the gridiron, but hold your horses. Hear me out for a sec. University of Michigan football has been #killing it since their first loss of the season against Utah. Now, since that opening week loss, they won their next 2 games, allowing just 14 points. And then from there, they won their next 3, all shutouts. Eerily similar to what the North Saxons have been doing to their opponents the last 3 games. Donuts, donuts, donuts. We all love them. The lights out at North just before kickoff, a 17-minute delay. The Saxons haven't lost to Centennial since 2011. Opening kickoff, North's Mique Juarez takes us 90 yards to the hizzy for shizzy. The Juarez show getting underway early. First offensive possession for Centennial. Well, it's not going to go over very well. Over the head of the quarterback. It's going to get recovered by North. That's Owen Canada. Ensuing Saxon drive, Mique Juarez runs deep into Apache territory. Very next play, Juarez finds fellow senior Jason Colclasher for the touchdown. Saxons up 14-0. Still in the first, North still up 14-0. Mique Juarez punches in another TD. Dude would finish the night with 7, 21-0 Saxons. Oh yeah, almost forgot. The Saxon D, well, they were on point too. Owen Canada gets the sack. North smothering Centennial. Final minute in the first quarter. Yeah, we're still in the first quarter. Mique Juarez again. Dude's just an absolute man. That's a touchdown. North puts up 28 in the first quarter and goes on to crush Centennial 49-0. North's hot play continues. That's now 4 straight wins over Centennial. Like I said, that last loss dating all the way back to 2011. Mique Juarez adds another 7 touchdown performance to his resume. If the dude has a LinkedIn profile, it's definitely getting some hits. Speaking of the Saxons #killing it ways, let me break it down for you. In their last 4 games, North has scored 189 points and has averaged over 45 points per contest. But you see, that's not even the most impressive stat. We'll get a little drum roll. Ba-doom. The boys in blue haven't allowed any points since the 3rd quarter against the Peninsula Panthers. That game took place on September 4th. So a big reason for the Saxons' success rests on the gigantic shoulders of senior Mique Juarez in North's first 6 games. He has been a part of 33 touchdowns, a mixture of passing, rushing, kickoffs. Yeah, I think you get the point. And since North's opening loss to Redondo, he's accounted for 30 touchdowns. Boom sauce! No joke, I feel like I am playing NFL Blitz 2001 against my brother when I talk about this dude. Staying over at North, the Saxons were the 3rd school to have taken on the Sports Desk's Spirit Week Challenge. The Blue Crew North student section took their spirit to a whole new level at their most recent home game against Centennial by wearing the color yellow in memory of classmate Anissa Guerrero, who recently passed away from osteosarcoma. She was just 15 years old. Fellow classmates took to Twitter and Instagram using the hashtag Team Anissa in her memory. My thoughts and prayers are with the Guerrero family during this difficult time. Blue Crew advisor Lori Ikari and cheerleader Natalie Tontosiri were very moved by the outpouring of support over at North.
We had a recent loss within our community, so we're showing support by all wearing yellow, and that's why you see us all in yellow tonight, because we are Team Anissa. And again, not just supporting just athletics, but going out into the community and really supporting the school.
It makes me feel amazing. Like, it gives me chills that everyone is so supportive of her and just coming out to support and going with our ideas to wear yellow to this game.
Hey, Bishop Montgomery! We got spirit! Yes, we do! We got spirit! How about you?
Bishop Montgomery, you are up next. Post your school spirit pics on Instagram and Twitter using the hashtags #SportsDesk and Night Spirit. Let's see what you got. Staying over at Bishop, the Knights have also been killing it. Fresh off a bye week, the boys in black and gold, 4-1 through their first half of their 2015 schedule. The last time Bishop lost once through their first 5 games, they went on to lose that 6th contest. It's homecoming in Night Country. Bishop averaging over 30 points of offense through their first 5 games. Let's pick it up in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 from the 35. First Knights possession. Patrick Smith takes the handoff. Smith, there's another tackle. Whoop! Loses the football, but no worries. Mique Juarez picks it up and falls in for the touchdown. Knights up 6-0 after the missed XP. Next, Bishop possession. Same score. 2nd and 4. Brennan Marafino hits Desmond Gates for the touchdown. Gates, he's going to get pumped in. Bernard Amofa's like, I'll give you some love, brother. Bishop up 13-0, still in the first. The Knights up 13-0. Bishop blocks the punt, recovered by Anthony Visalia deep into Tech territory. Ensuing Knights drive, Brennan Marafino to Bernard Amofa. He's going to get downed at around the 5. Bishop right on the doorstep a few plays later. Marafino, takes it all by himself, showing off the legs. 20-0 Knights, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Bishop isn't done just yet. Patrick Smith rips off a 67-yard touchdown to the promised land. The Knights put up 27 in the first quarter as they crush Bosco Tech 48-16. Bishop lays down the hammer on the Tigers, but the story in this one was junior receiver Bernard Amofa. Dude has 10 grabs, breaking the school's single game reception record, passing Pierre Wise, who had 9 catches back in 2010 against Templeton. Boom sauce! Out west, the Warriors have lost tic-tac-toe 3 games in a row. I told you last week on the show that the last time West dropped 3 straight games was back in 2012. But the last time West lost 4 straight, LeBron James involved all of us in his national decision to go play in South Beach. Yeah, that really worked out for him. Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. The Warriors haven't lost to the Olympians since 2008. Brett Favre and the Packers broke up that year. Sorry, Pack fans. West crushed Leuzinger 44-7 in last season's matchup. Let's pick it up in the second quarter. Warriors up 7-0. Leuzinger's Malik Johnson looks downfield. He gets picked by West Shiggy Cato. Cato, he's going to run this all the way to the Olympians' 14-yard line. West knocking on the door. Ensuing Warrior drive. Drake Peabody looks, doesn't see anything. He's going to take it by himself. Rushes to about the 5-yard line. Peabody would finish the evening with 84 yards using his legs. Someone participates in leg day. A few plays later, Brylan Beauchamp up the middle. Touchdown. West goes up 14-0 and doesn't look back. 41-20 is your final. West finally snaps their 3-game skid with the big Pioneer League dub over the Olympians. The story in this one, senior Brylan Beauchamp. Dude rushes for over 100 yards and 3 scores. That's now 7 straight wins over Leuzinger. Now that West has finally snapped their 3-game skid, there is plenty of hope for the Warriors. That's according to the history books, of course. Back in 2012, after West snapped their 3-game skid, they won out the rest of their regular season schedule, falling to PV in the CIF Northern Division Championship game. Get comfy, it's story time. 'Twas the night of October 10th, 2014. The South Spartans and Torrance Tatas were meeting up for their first Pioneer League game of the season on the not-so-frozen tundra of Zamperini Stadium. Torrance's Tyree Harris rushed for over 300 yards and 7 TDs. Yeah, 7 touchdowns against South. Both schools combined for 109 points. Torrance won that game 62-47. Let's hop back in Dr. Edward Brown's time machine to now. Your first Torrance school matchup on the gridiron is the Green Squad and the Tartars once again. Torrance searching for their first win. South looking to rebound after suffering their first loss of the season at El Segundo. South hasn't beaten the Tatas since 2011. They're running through the tunnel of fun. Tatas, they're getting pumped up too. First quarter, no score. Ryan Carroll to Eric Juarez. Juarez goes right up the middle. Looks like he gets wrapped up, but he's in for the score. Torrance up 7-0. Second quarter, same score. Cameron Dillon, like a freight train, coming in hot, hot, hot. Sacks Ryan Carroll for the loss. I wouldn't want to be on the other side of that. Later in the second, same score. Zuniga to Trevor Talpis over the middle. Very next play, Gabe Zuniga. He's going to get sacked. Thomas Craig. Then the very next play, Zuniga looks, escapes the pressure. Picked by Jerome Duhan. What a play. South drive ends. 2nd and 10 now. 7-0 Torrance. Ryan Carroll looks. 10 seconds to go in the quarter. Alex Rogers, what a grab, comes down with it. That's a touchdown. 14-0 Torrance at recess. Early into the fourth, we're tied at 14. South making a little bit of a comeback. Zuniga hits Tanner Thompson over the middle deep into Tata territory. Very next play, Gabe Zuniga, he's going to look around. He's like, hey, boy, I'm just going to take it all by myself. That's a touchdown. South up 21-14, and that is your final. South drops 21 unanswered on Torrance, handing the Tatas their 6th straight loss. Like I said earlier in the highlight, it's the first time South has beaten Torrance since 2011, and it's the first time in 5 years South has started off league play with a nice big dub. Rounding out your news from the gridiron, it's time for some Pop Warner football action. All 6 Torrance Panther teams were in full swing. The only Panther team coming out the dub is the junior Pee Wee squad. They put up 49 against Grace Brethren. We go into the playoffs. What? We go into the playoffs. What? The junior Pee Wees killing it. They're now 6-1 overall. All right, everybody, when we come back, the Saxons and Tatas had a date on the volleyball court, rocking the color pink. Find out why. Don't even think about getting off the couch. Welcome back, everybody. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram. That's the SportsDesk TV for cool pics and video from your South Bay sports scene and a behind-the-scenes look at the show. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. You can catch your favorite athletes rocking pink to help support the cause. And of course, if you're an NFL fan, well, they've been huge supporters as well. Now up north, the Saxons went up against fellow Pioneer League foe, the Torrance Tatas, at home, but both squads weren't wearing their typical school colors. Reporter Brittany Johnson has more.
The North High Saxons girls volleyball team is battling it out on the court as we speak. But take a look closer. There is another battle these girls are fighting.
We're wearing pink headbands because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month and we want to show our support.
There's people in our program and around the school that have been victims of breast cancer.
October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, which is an annual campaign to increase the awareness of the disease. North High has decided to support with an annual Dig Pink game.
And it's just a way for us to be able to show our support and show that we as a program of ladies like to support what's going on in the global community as well as our local community.
This game means a lot to this team for a variety of reasons.
It means a lot just to represent all the people that have the cancer, or family members and friends.
I actually have a cousin that's fighting it right now.
The Lady Saxons are asking everyone to come show their support Friday, October 16th at 4:30 p.m. as they take on South High in the Dig Pink game.
Our ladies, along with their pink headbands, will be wearing bright pink shirts that say Dig Pink on them, and North with the O replaced with the breast cancer awareness symbol. So we're excited for it, and it'll be a great opportunity for our girls to just show support to something bigger than themselves.
Thanks for that story, Brittany. If you'd like to know more about the Side Out Foundation or to donate, check out side-out.org for more info. Staying on the volleyball court, West crushes Centennial 3-0 since joining the Pioneer League last season. The Warriors have now won 3 straight matches over the Apache, sweeping all 3. Down south, the Spartans have been hotter than this October weather we've been having. They have played 2 league matches, swept both, yeah, no problem. South taking on Leuzinger, and well, yeah, the Spartans keep their brooms handy, sweeping the Olympians. Cue it up, ABC, it's easy as 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Jackson 5, once again. Since Leuzinger joined the Pioneer League in 2014, it's been a broom fest against the Green Squad. The Spartans have won each of their 3 matches with the Olympians and have swept all 3. Uh-oh, it's hashtag killing it time. The girls in green have absolutely owned league play. I did some research, and according to Max Preps, since 2010, South has only lost twice in league, with that last loss coming on October the 24th, 2013. Both of those losses came to the hands of the North Saxons. Meanwhile, over in Night Country, the girls at Bishop have been on fire since they were crowned South Bay Classic tourney champs. That was a while ago now. Here's their chore list, or should I say win list, since they claimed that tourney banner. They took down the Tatas, PV, North, League foe, St. Joseph. It's my best English accent. And yeah, queued up DJ College, because all I do is win, 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 no matter what. 1, 2, 3, no ticket for me. Learn that in driver's ed. Bishop sweeps Sarah 3-0. The Knights have now won 5 straight non-tourney matches. 3 of those have been sweeps. So I've talked about just how good South High is when it comes to league play. The Bishop Montgomery girls have been just as good since Keegan Featherstone took over the program in 2013. The Knights have won 15 league matches to this point, and more than half of those dubs just last season. Grab your racket and some sunscreen. It's time for some prep tennis. Torrance and West battling it out. Gina Shetty and Emily Lennon grab all 3 of their sets as the Warriors take down the Tartars 15-3. West is now 6-5 overall and 3-1 in league play. So West comes out victorious over league rival and fellow Torrance school, the Tartars. And rounding out your girls prep tennis news, we have the Bishop Montgomery Knights. Bishop takes down Pomona Catholic 12-6. Since Bishop's non-league loss to South back in mid-September, the Knights have been on an absolute tear. That's 6 straight dubs as the black and gold remain perfect in league competition. A good friend of mine, Gary Potter, once said, "Oh yeah, a lot of pressure. You gotta rise above it. You gotta harness in the good energy, block out the bad. Harness, energy, block, bad. Feel the flow, Happy. Feel it." You have to love that Happy Gilmore quote. All right, to prep golf news, 25 high schools participating in the annual Kanabe Cup golf tournament. Some of Torrance's own making waves on the course. Torrance Tartar senior Nina Novia finishes 4 under 70, taking 3rd place in the individual competition and helping Torrance grab a 6th place finish overall. Now, back when I ran cross country in high school, the fastest mile time I ever recorded was 5 minutes and 50 seconds. I thought that was good until I saw everyone else's times. Then that's when I knew that the dream I never had of running the Olympics wasn't going to happen. Okay, so in serious cross-country news, both South and Torrance took the 240-mile trek up to Clovis, California for the 2015 A6 Clovis Invitational. South's Grace Katina finishes in 6th place for the Spartan girls. Torrance's Ariana Anderson finishes in 14th, and fellow Tartar Megan Newman finishes in 18th place. Torrance and South finished 2 and 3 overall out of 33 teams. For the boys, Torrance's Manny Gill snags 25th place, and South's Brian Huang finishes in 29th. As a team, South finishes in 16th and Torrance in 13th. All right, everybody, when we come back, it's JUCO time. Elko men's soccer had themselves a matinee out on the pitch. I'll get you the highlights and everything else JUCO. Get your popcorn ready.
Think you found every hazard out here today? Think again. The spot you missed could be a killer. That spot on your skin could be skin cancer. If you're a man over 50, you're in a group most likely to develop skin cancer, including melanoma, the kind that kills one person every hour. That's why your best shot is to check for a spot. It's easy. Follow through and check your skin. Go to spotskincancer.org to find out how. A message from the American Academy of Dermatology.
Thanks for coming in for the interview.
Oh, yeah, of course.
All right, we got your personal references, your resume, high school diploma or equivalent.
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
Yes, it's right there.
Great.
Take that first step towards a better future. Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Welcome back, everybody. You know the drill. Hit me up on Twitter with pics and video. I'll put your tweets right here on the show. Rivalries, they make up some of the most exciting and highly talked about matchups in sports. Right here in BEA, beautiful Southern California, USC and UCLA is straight up one of the biggest, if not the biggest, rivalry in Southern California. When both squads meet up on the gridiron, they play for the victory bell. Right here in Torrance, the El Camino Warriors have their own version of the SC-UCLA rivalry game, except it's against Cerritos College. The winner gets the coveted Milk Can Trophy. Just like the victory bell, the winning team possesses the Milk Can Trophy until they meet again. In the 39th meeting between these two, once again, the Milk Can on the line. Both teams haven't met up since 2011 when the Falcons won. Elko up by 17 with under 6 to play in the third, but Cerritos fights all the way back, scoring 19 unanswered, downing the Warriors. Freshman Brent Boehm tosses 3 touchdowns and 2 INTs for the Warriors, and receiver William Moorhand grabs 2 of Boehm's 3 TD passes. Elko is now 24-13-2 overall against the Falcons in the Milk Can game. Speaking of Elko football, former West Warrior and El Camino Warrior Steve Sarkisian has been fired, according to ESPN.com. It's been quite the journey for Sark over at USC. Here's a timeline of events the last few months. Back in August, he had his Salute to Troy USC donor event debacle. From there, well, the road for good old Sark hasn't been a good one. In 2 seasons as the head coach of the men of Troy, Sarkisian went 12-6, including a Holiday Bowl win over Nebraska. The most ironic part of all, Sarkisian's final loss as USC's head coach was to his former team, the University of Washington Huskies. Okay, so here's a look at USC after the Pete Carroll era ended back in 2009. They have gone through 3 coaches, Lane Kiffin, Ed Orgeron, and the latest, Mr. Sarkisian. In the 6 seasons post-Carroll, the Trojans have lost more games than they did during Carroll's 9-year tenure as head coach. Since conference play began on the pitch, the Elko men's soccer team has lost once and tied twice, still searching for that ever so important conference dub. The Warriors haven't won since September 11th. It's been just over a month. El Camino hasn't lost a match to East LA since 2011. First half, no score. East LA's Alexis Cubias crosses. Elko goalie Larry Sanchez gets hit. He gets up. Now that's what I call hockey player tough. Still first half, no score. Jose Garcia crosses. Larry Sanchez shuts the door. Big save. That's one of Sanchez's 11 saves on the afternoon. Still 0-0. Still no score. Manuel Paez to Victor Hernandez. Big stop by East LA's Brian Paredes. It's just a tendy show. Now it's time for a little water break. To the second half, East LA up 1-0, 83rd minute. Jorge Gutierrez finds Twine. Elko and East LA knotted at 1 apiece. Later in the second half, Marcos Ambriz Sweet move and the shot on goal. Big save. Everardo Cadenas. Rebound, another save. Huge save sequence for East LA's Brian Paredes. The Warriors and the Siberian Huskies finish up in a 1-1 tie. And the streak continues. Elko still hasn't lost a match to the Siberian Huskies since 2011. Make that no wins, 1 loss, and 3 ties in conference play. The girls, well, they were in action too. Elko 2-1 in conference play, entering their friendly with East LA. The Lady Warriors searching for their first dub against the Huskies since November 2013. Donuts. This one ends in a 0-0 tie. The Warriors and Huskies combined for just 9 shots on net, 6 of those coming from the Huskies. Elko still searching for that first win over East LA in 2 years. Speaking of lots of running, Elko's cross-country squad participating in the Brubaker Invitational. Let's start out with the women. Freshman and former North Saxon Jennifer Villarreal leads the charge for the Warriors. She finishes 12th overall, helping Elko snag a 5th place finish as a team. Over on the men's side, David Hodges is the first Warrior to cross the finish line. He does that in just over 22 minutes. It's a lot faster than me, that's for sure. The men's squad places 7th overall. All right, it's one of my favorite parts of the show, the Twitter feed. If you hit me up with pics and video, or if you just say what up, I'll hit you back. Plus, I'll put your tweets right here on the show and give you a shout out. Big thanks to everyone who hit me up at It's KK01. Kayla, thanks for hitting me up with the nice pic we took at the Weston Torrance tennis match. Hashtag boom sauce with a nice little tennis emoji. Kayla, thanks for saying what up. And thanks to at Who Is Wood, Eric Wood, for sending in pics from the JV football game against Bosco Tech. The Knights won 36-14, and the Knights homecoming match against Bosco Tech. Thanks to everyone who hit me up on Twitter. All right, everyone, weekly rant time. The Detroit Lions are 0-5, technically 0-7 if you include their final 2 losses of last season. Need I say more? Listen, I'm a fan and have been since I was a little kid, but not by choice. They are absolutely terrible. How in the world do you have one of the best wide receiver combos in the league and still manage to tank it? I get losing guys like Ndamukong Suh and others hurts via free agency. But come on, man, this bad? Looks like what happened in 2008 could happen again. I'm just going to stop right there because it is a sore subject for me. What are your thoughts on the Lions? Hit me up and we can chat. I might need some tissues for that. All right, everybody, that's going to close the books on another week here on the Sports Desk. As always, we are available on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you just feel like saying hello, you can do that as well. Don't forget to tune in to Friday Night Lights on the Sports Desk every Friday night on YouTube for highlights, postgame, and myself hanging in the student section. Take it easy, Torrance. We'll catch you next time.